Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S here, back with another video. Hope you can hear me clearly. If anyone's watching live and you can't hear me, please kindly let me know in the comment section so that I can adjust my mic or whatever, or trying to sort out the volume. But yeah, I hope you can hear me. I made this version on Facebook, and I checked it back, so I think there was nothing wrong with the audio on Facebook. So hopefully it will be working clearly enough. I know my voice is not always the clearest, and it's quite late here in the UK, like just after 1. But I've just had a shower at 1 in the morning. That is, of course. I just had a shower, and so that normally refreshes me. So, anyway, hopefully I'll be coherent. And I'm not always the best at that, but as ever, I'd love to hear what you read, what you think. And this is basically about. Obviously, this is a video, as the title might allude to or suggest. That's a big word for me. This is a title for football fans or soccer for any Americans out there, really, especially fans of Roma, Genoa, Italian football generally, and stroke or Celtic. But due to my patterns and alliterations, I would love for Roma or Genoa to become like the because Roma's nickname is the Giallorossi, which I think means gold and reds, because the colour of the kit they play in. I would love for Roma to become the new Galacticos or next Galacticos, or maybe Genoa. Like it could be the Giallorossi. Apologies to any Italians out there, actual Italians, because I only support Italy for football, but my pronunciation might not be the best, even in English, so let alone in Italian, as I don't really know Italian very much, but I do support their football teams. But yeah, so the Giallorossi Galacticos or the Genoa Galacticos, and also for Celtic to have as much money as possible to invest in the best possible players. But yeah, I would love for investors to invest into to Roma or Genoa, maybe even like in Roma's case, it could be like, dare I say, even, I know there are lots of conspiracy theories against them, but maybe it could be, dare I say, even the Rothschild Bank or the Rockefeller's institutions or things like that. Rockefeller or Rothschild companies, or all sorts of banks and businesses investing into helping Roma to become the next or new Galacticos, I'll say. And it'd be great if they had academies that invested in young Italian players as well, and also academies around the world, including in developing countries. And maybe they could work with FIFA like on how they could promote football around the world, and have. I know Roma has already done stuff with migrants, like giving them opportunities to get into football. But I think it'd be cool for them to get into to get migrants to be welcomed into the country through football or soccer for any Americans out there. But yeah, I'd love for Roma and stroke or Genoa and Celtic, and also Italian teams generally. I know Celtic's not an Italian team, but also Italian teams, and especially Roma and Genoa, and also Celtic. If that made sense, to get as much investment as possible. And I'd love for the best possible managers, coaches, and players to go to Italian football teams like Roma and Genoa, and also Celtic at some point. I was thinking, like, what if the best managers, coaches, and players went to Italy, but later on in their career went to Celtic, but hopefully not before they get too old, so that hopefully they can still help Celtic to be as successful as possible, especially domestically. And in the future, I would love for Celtic to do well in Europe as well, and maybe even win a World Club Cup. I'd love for them to win the Conference League, Europa League, Champions League, even World Club Cup and the Super Cup, but that will probably take a while. Like the first season in Brendan Rodgers, first season back, I'd love for Celtic to like just win as many domestic trophies as possible in the first year, like win another treble, hopefully. But then after that, maybe in the second and third season, Celtic winning bigger competitions in Europe and internationally would be cool. Anyway, going back, sorry, I've gone a bit off topic. Going back to the topic of the video, the topic at hand, you may well see it online on YouTube. There's like some videos about the best XI, as they call it, so the best squad, and people like Jose Mourinho and others, however you pronounce it. Again, my pronunciation is not the best. Picking their best squad. Normally it's like of all time, but in this case I hope to focus on 2023. So I'd love to read from fans of football, especially Roma and Genoa and Celtic fans, but even like fans like even Rangers fans perhaps, or even fans of Newcastle, Sunderland, or Leicester, or Notts Forest, or whoever, football fans generally, maybe even outside of Europe, like in America or Japan or wherever else, if your club, your favorite club, whatever that might be, had unlimited investment, so to speak, and had billions of pounds basically to spend on players, maybe even like trillions of pounds. Okay, maybe that's a bit of a pipe dream for me, but yeah, I'd love for the Italian league to have like trillions, maybe even Celtic to have like trillions if I could. But yeah, if they had that kind of money, again, I'd love to especially read from or even watch reaction videos from, hopefully quite polite ones, as polite as possible, from Roma, Genoa, or other Serie A fans generally, and Celtic fans especially as well, but also from fans around the world. But if you could pick any players in all possible positions, I'd love to read or even listen to reaction, any sort of reaction videos or whatnot. So we read or listen to any sort of dreams that you might have, even if they're pipe dreams or whatever, like mine, perhaps. But yeah, maybe you never know. Maybe dreams can come true. Maybe some wealthy investor would see them. These fans are passionate about their club. So yeah, basically, I would love to read, like, as I say, maybe it could be like, I'd love it if on Facebook and YouTube and other forms of social media or on websites, there's a way to have like a picture where you could have like a pitch. I know they do that on YouTube in some videos, but yeah, maybe some people could do that on reaction videos where you have like a pitch. Hope I pronounced that right. A football pitch, that is, not a B, a pitch. But yeah, sorry, just in case. But yeah, just in case people mishear me. But yeah, where like it says the team, but on the side it could also say on the side of the pitch it could also say like the subs as well and the bench. So, or alternatively, it could be like where someone types in the manager and puts a colon and then who you'd like the manager to be, coach, coaching staff, and then the players, including subs. So like not just first team, excuse me, not just first team players, but sub players as well. And I suppose part of the idea comes from like the way people talk about their favorite XI, but the best players of all time or the best current players or whatever. What would be their? I think it was like some managers like Mourinho talked about who are the best XI that they've coached or managed or whatever other. But yeah, it comes from that idea, but also like the Galacticos and how they developed. Each year they'd buy they'd buy like a superstar player apparently, like from each year, so that they would develop their squad over time. But if I got that right, but I would love for Roma or Genoa and maybe even Celtic and Stroke or maybe even Celtic to have the best possible squad. As I say that it would be hard to see Celtic having a world-class squad, perhaps, but maybe they could, to have as much investment as possible, I'll say, and to have into this squad and have like not just the best attacking players, but also defensive, and not just the best defensive, but also attacking. So the best possible goalkeeper, sub-goalkeeper, wing backs, centre backs, midfielders, and centre mids, as well as strikers, and again on the bench as well. So to have 2 or even 3 quality players, world-class players in each possible position. So best possible goalkeeper, best possible sub-goalkeeper, same for wing backs, centre backs, midfielders, and wingers, as well as strikers. So I would say including on the bench as well. So yeah, in the past, like I thought when Ronaldo was at Juventus, I thought it'd be cool if they had Messi as well. So like maybe sometimes they could play in the same team, but sometimes one of them could come off the bench, and just when the opposition thought that they've got rid of one of them, the next player comes along. So yeah, once you've got rid of one, you've still got the next to deal with. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I'd love to read people's favorite squad of players, what they would love to see in what you would love to see in your favorite club, in your chosen team, and also including squad players, and possibly like diagrams if people could share those diagrams, or again have response videos where perhaps you have better editing software than me. Well, I don't have any editing software. I'm not very good at tech, but people who do have that kind of stuff could have that graph as well. So an image of again your favorite squad, who you would pick if your team had unlimited money, whether that's Roma fans, Genoa fans, fans of other Italian teams, fans of Celtic, or fans of English teams, even American teams, or Argentinian or Brazilian, or whatever else. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up. I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover, but yeah, if you want to make a response video with your best squad, XI, whatever you want to call it, the real Invincibles, perhaps, what team you think would pretty much win almost every game they play, or be pretty much invincible, the dream team, if you like. Anyway, I am out. Peace and love.